everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacqueline and I make new videos every week, a whole variety of things, lifestyle, beauty, adventure, all sorts of fun stuff. So I hope you consider subscribing and joining our little adventure family. And welcome to my kitchen. I wanted to do some holiday cookies. I'm gonna make my favorite cookies today, which are Snickerdoodles. I was talking to my husband this morning and I realized that I've had this particular Snickerdoodle recipe for 16, 17 years, which is crazy to me. I actually got this recipe from my home ec class in high school. I graduated high school in 2010. I took the class my freshman year, so 2005, 2006-ish. It's been a long time since, but this is like the best Snickerdoodle recipe. I'll type it up and I'll leave it down below for you guys, or you can screenshot it here. I love these. They turn out so good. They're so easy, and I figured I would just chit chat with you guys as I make some Snickerdoodles. So what I'm gonna need is some shortening. I just use the Country Crock plant butter because I am dairy free, so I like this, the Country Crock plant butter, especially the olive oil one. That's my favorite. I'm going to need some sugar, 1 egg, some sifted flour. Again, I try to be as gluten-free as humanly possible for someone who doesn't have celiac disease. So I use the King Arthur's 1-to-1 measuring flour. Love this stuff, so good. Cream of tartar, some baking soda, and some salt. I'm also gonna need some cinnamon, which I don't have out yet. Let me grab it. I'm also gonna need some cinnamon to coat these in. So I'm gonna get to it. I have my handy dandy KitchenAid mixer over here. So I will show you everything I'm doing and we can kind of chit chat as I'm doing it. But these are like seriously the easiest Snickerdoodles to make. They taste amazing. Even my husband, who's not a crazy big fan of Snickerdoodles, loves these ones. They're so good. So let's come on down to my KitchenAid mixer. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to do 1/2 cup of shortening, 3/4 cups of sugar, and an egg all in here. We're gonna mix it all up. So let me get my sugar down first so the butter and stuff doesn't stick at the bottom. Yeah, this is my first Christmas cookie recipe of the season. I feel like I usually start a little bit earlier, but just me and Matt. My mom's coming for a little bit. But she doesn't eat a lot of sweets. Me and Matt don't eat a lot of sweets. So I don't tend to make a ton. I just tend to make my favorites and Matt's favorite. I love Snickerdoodles, and he loves these like German chocolate little balls that his mom always makes, and they're not super sweet. So he loves those. So usually I just make the Snickerdoodles and those, and that's all I make. Just keep it really simple. If there's other people like coming for the holidays, I'll try to like figure out what their favorites are and make, you know, a little bit of everybody's favorites. Like I said, it's just me and him and my mom. And like I said, none of us eat a ton of sweets. So I may make some cake pop too. I made cake pops right before Thanksgiving, and my husband loved them. I loved them. They were so good, and they were really easy to make. So I figured I might make some of those eventually too, but we'll see what happens. Okay, sorry. For a second there, I thought I wasn't recording. I was like, that would be bad. But yeah, I'm getting excited for the holidays, for Christmas. But I don't know, I've been feeling a little like down recently. I don't know how to explain it, but like I feel like I need some more social interaction besides my baby, which is just hard because I'm a full-time stay-at-home mom. So it's just hard for me to like make friends. I also have like pretty bad social anxiety. So it like, I don't know, I just like have a hard time making friends and, you know, putting myself out there. So you guys have any suggestions of like places to, you know, connect with other moms or anything, let me know. You know, looking to expand my horizons a little bit. So I don't know, it's just been like weird. I'm excited for a new year as well. I mean, this year's obviously been amazing because my son was born, but I don't know, I'm also ready to move on to a new year. All right, I'm just gonna mix this up real quick. All right, I'm gonna quickly scrape the sides down. Get a spatula. I also love this KitchenAid mixer because it pops up, so it makes it really easy to scrape the sides even with one hand. Okay. I'm gonna leave that up. Okay, I'm gonna add all my dry ingredients next. So this calls for sifted flour. The easiest way to do that without having a sifter is to use a whisk. I'm just going to get my flour and I just stick the whisk right in there and just give it a little whisk. You can kind of see it puffs up a little bit because you're adding some air into it just like you would be if you were sifting. So I need 1 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of sifted flour. So I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup. I gotta clean out my 1/4 cup. Let me get a knife to level this. And sometimes gluten-free flour can be a little tricky, so I might end up needing a little bit more flour than what it calls for. And then I just like to give it another stir in between each scoop. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. How many tablespoons are in a 1/4 cup?
That would be 4 tablespoons.
All right, I'm just gonna use my tablespoons. I'm gonna put 6 tablespoons in because 4 tablespoons is in a 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna put 6 in, so I need 1/4 cup plus 2. So I don't feel like cleaning out my 1/4 cup because it's got butter in it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But yeah, I don't know, if you're a stay-at-home mom with social anxiety, you might understand, but it's just one of those things that it's just making life a little tough right now, but I think I need some like mom friends or something, or just some friends in general, but it's definitely hard because I live far away from family. I'm gonna do a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I live like, pretty far away from friends and family, being a military family. We're not close to, the friends I made in college or our families. So I think it's just a little bit tough, especially if you are a military spouse who works from home, you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever. You're not making friends at, a work, a job. So I just think it's a little bit hard. I'm doing 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. I can get 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And then it just calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I just have my little salt shaker, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. Should be about right. And I'm gonna start this on low and mix that all up. All right, turn it a little bit higher. You want this dough to be firm enough that you can roll it up. You don't want it to be too sticky because you are going to roll it in cinnamon sugar. So let me scrape the side and see how we're doing. I think I'm going to need a little bit more flour. Maybe not. I think I'm gonna do just a teeny tiny bit more flour. That was like maybe half a tablespoon. Just a teeny tiny bit more just to get it to that right consistency that I want. So stick it back in, just blend a little bit more. You don't want it to be too dry, but you don't want it to be like sticky either. All right, that looks good. All right, let me clean a few things up and then I will show you doing the stem sugar. All right, in this bowl, I'm gonna do, this only calls for 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I think I'm gonna do 2. It never feels like it's enough, so I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, or 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, sorry. This doesn't have to be exact. You're just gonna roll the cookies in this. And then I'm just gonna take a little fork, give that a quick stir. And set that aside. All right, I'm gonna get this dough out. I like to try to push most of it off of this before I even take it off. Okay, that's, I think, as good as it's gonna get. All right, so this is what the dough looks like. Let me take it off for you. That's what it looks like right now. I'm just gonna roll it up into little balls and dip it in the cinnamon sugar. I'm also gonna set the oven to 400 so it gets heated while I'm putting them on the pan. Okay, back to what we were talking about. But I think I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more eventually, like in a get ready with me or something, but definitely looking forward to setting some New Year goals. I just kind of like to do this to them. And just coat them all in cinnamon sugar. And you just pop them right on the tray. But I think one of my goals should be to, to make some more friends and get out there with, especially David. I feel like he needs socialization too. He's getting to that age where I'm sure it'd be good for him to start socializing, maybe taking some classes with him or even taking classes on my own, like a workout class or something would be good. So if you guys have any recommendations for things you like to do or like to try, let me know. I'm just like, it sounds silly, but like I feel like this is, a lot of people out there maybe are struggling with this, is like making friends as an adult is hard. Like I said, especially if you don't work outside the home, it's definitely like a hard, like I feel like it's just hard to make friends when you don't have like coworkers or, you don't take like classes or anything. It's hard to meet people, I feel like, as an adult. When you're in high school, obviously that's your group of friends. When you're in college, people in your dorms become your friends. If you have like I said, if you have a job outside the home, those people become your friends, your coworkers become your friends. So I just feel like I just struggle to make friends. I don't know, maybe that sounds silly to some of you, but to me, as a stay-at-home mom full time, it's definitely been a little bit difficult. So I think I'm gonna make that one of my New Year's goals. I have a few others in mind, but I'll definitely, like I said, share those with you guys as the end of the year approaches. I'm gonna do a get ready with me and just kind of talk about my New Year's goals and stuff. I do this like every year, and I always say I don't like to call them resolutions or anything, but just things I want to keep in mind in the New Year's. Even goals, kind of, I think goals is a little bit better because you can put like a timeline on it or something. But even still, like, I feel like sometimes New Year's resolution, New Year's goals can like set you up for disappointment because, you know, life gets in the way, things happen. You don't always like have time in life to do those goals. Like in a perfect world, of course you do, but just feels like sometimes you don't. So I don't know. I feel like I'm just going on a tangent here as I'm baking cookies, but yeah, definitely like want to make a better effort at being friends. I'm sure there's stuff we'll share in the New Year's, but it looks like we're gonna be staying here a while longer. So I feel like making friends will be a little bit easier. But yeah, definitely hard. And it's just how I've been feeling lately. It's been hard to like vlog and stuff because I've been feeling a little down. But I'm really excited for the holiday season with my son for his first, you know, Christmas at home and stuff. And like I said, my mom's coming to town, which will be so much fun. We have a couple things planned with her, so that'll be super fun. But other than that, it's gonna be like a really chill Christmas and stuff. It's just gonna be us and the animals, and we're just gonna be hanging at home. It'll be good. For these cookies, I'm not gonna put them too close together because they do expand. I also am not going to push them like down at all. I'm just gonna leave them as little balls because again, they do kind of go down a little bit, but they usually stay pretty good and fluffy, which is nice. And they stay really soft, which I like a lot. I feel like some Snickerdoodles get too hard, and I don't like that. I like them nice and soft. So I think I'm gonna have to do 2 trayfuls. The next tray probably only is gonna have a few on there, but that's okay. This recipe is also really easy to double. All right, so I have a dozen on there. I'm going to wait for the oven to finish preheating, and then I'm gonna stick them in for 8 to 10 minutes. So I'll see you in a little bit. All right, I'm gonna let these cool for just a minute or two here and then put them onto a wire rack. Right, this looks so good. I cannot wait to taste them. As you can see, they did expand, so I got a couple stuck together a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of wiggle those apart. This happens every time, no matter how much I like spread them apart. I always end up with a couple that are too close together. That's okay. These are seriously my favorite. They smell so good. I cannot wait to try them, but I need to let them cool just a teeny bit. All right, and then while these are cooling, I will make the next batch, which again will be small, and those will probably take 8 minutes because there won't be as many. So let me make the next batch. Please. That's right, okay. All right, the second batch is done. I'm gonna give them a taste test and then put them away. So let's grab one. I'm gonna grab this one right here. This is what they look like. Are nice and soft still. That's the good stuff right there. They're so good. I'm gonna grab one of my, I'm gonna grab one of my cookie tins and put these away. This cookie tin, by the way, is from Target. They have a bunch of really cute ones and they're really inexpensive, so I love these. Alright, that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. We would love to have you join our little adventure family here. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So I'll see you in my next adventure. Bye.